Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tashina from Logical Harmony. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to spend with me. Today I'm continuing my declutter series, and this is my contour drawer. So it is separate from most of my shimmery highlights, but it's my contour and highlight palettes and duos and things like that. And it's just decluttering it. So going through literally all of them one by one, figuring out if I'm going to keep it, if I'm going to declutter it, or if I'm just going to get rid of it. And I will tell you why. So with the ones that I do declutter, I'm going to be sending them to Project Beauty Share. They're a nonprofit that will sanitize gently used makeup and make sure it gets to those in need. If anything is just old, expired, gross, whatever, it's going in the trash. So I hope you guys like this video. This is where I keep my cream contour kits, my powder contour kits. To be honest, I don't think I'm going to declutter much out of here because I know what I like. And I tend to not get too adventurous with my contour kits. Let's go ahead and do it because I know there are a few things in here I am getting rid of. I have my Anastasia powder contour kits. This is a newer one that I got, so I'm keeping this one. This one is just really old. You guys can kind of see it in the pans. Its time has come and gone, so I'm tossing this one. It's just old, it's used up, and it wasn't blending the same. It was smelling kind of weird, so that's how I knew it was bad. On the excessive side of things, I have 5 cream contour kits from CoverFX. I'm keeping all of them. They are not all the same shade. There are some repeats. This is like my favorite contour kit. I use this so much, and that's why I have a few different shades of it to kind of just help if I'm self-tanned or not. But this is like an amazing cream contour kit. I think that it is probably the best out there. And so some of mine I haven't really used much. I think this is the deep one, or G Light Medium. So this one is newer, but as you guys can see, it has a good amount of shades in there. It has 3 mattes, 1 shimmer. It's just really good and has you covered. If you want a more natural makeup look too, you can use one of these and just blend it out with your contour and highlight instead of foundation. But I'm keeping all of these. From Berry M, this was their Chisel Cheeks Contour Cream Highlighter and Contour. I'm gonna get rid of these. I don't really like how they blend out on my skin. I think this might be better suited for someone with oily skin, but on my skin, because it is more on the dry side, they just don't seem to want to blend. They're very stubborn. So I'm gonna get rid of them for that reason. And opposite side of the spectrum, these contour sticks from Wet n Wild. I love these. I'm keeping them. They are so well used, and so I'm definitely holding on to these. From Charlotte Tilbury, this is their Film Star Bronze and Glow. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Film Star Bronze and Glow. I'm definitely keeping this. I really like both of these. This does come in 2 different shades. I wish it came in more. That's one thing, is I wish they would expand their shade range of stuff. But I really like it, so I'm keeping it. I have another Wet n Wild highlight stick, so I'm gonna keep that one. This is just my box for my Film Star Bronze and Glow because it's a fancy box. Okay, I have this Wet n Wild contour kit. I actually like this. I had this in there from when I was traveling. I didn't want the powder to break. I really like this one. I think it blends out really nicely. This is probably my favorite of any drugstore powder contour, so I'm keeping this one for sure. I have an e.l.f. contour palette. I don't reach for this one. I'm not a big fan of the colors in here. I feel like this is too warm for a contour. This is more of a bronzer, and I feel like this one is just a little too deep to fit in this palette. I don't know, I just don't reach for it, so I'm gonna declutter this. I'm also going to declutter this one from Wet n Wild. I really like this yellow shade in here. This is a great one. I wish they sold it on its own because it's really good for color correcting underneath the eye, but this is just a little too warm toned for me to use as a contour. I like it more as a bronzer. Maybe I should keep this one. I'm gonna think about this one actually, because I do like this as a bronzer, just not as a contour, and I do like this under my eyes. I don't like this palette. I don't like this duo together, if that makes sense. They should be sold separately. From Lily Lolo, this is my Sculpt and Glow Contour Duo. I'm definitely keeping this. You guys see me use this all the time. I'm keeping it. From Tarte, this is their Don't Be Afraid to Dazzle Contour and Highlight. I have not really used it, so I'm gonna keep it so I can get a bit more use out of it. I will say I appreciate how cool toned this is. This is a very cool toned contour, which I don't really have much of, so I think that's good. From Berry M, this is their Flawless Chisel Cheeks Contour Kit. I like it. I don't really reach for it, but I think what I'll do is keep it and just make an effort to use it more often. I do like the powders. I think that they blend well. So from Too Faced, this is their Cocoa Contour Kit. I like this. It used to be one of my favorites, but I just don't really really reach for it anymore, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter it. Okay, from Anastasia Beverly Hills, I have 3 of their cream contour kits. This one I think is the older and these 2 are the newer formula. So at some point they did shuffle things around, like they kind of changed the colors that were in them. So this one is light, which I'm going to keep. And these 2 are medium, which ended up just not, they didn't look at all like the photos. They're much darker, which is great. I think that is amazing. Like this is like a true medium. So I just never reach for them because they're too dark for me. So I'm going to declutter both of these. From the Balm, this is their highlight and contour palette. This one also has blushes in it. I really liked it, so I'm going to keep this. Okay, and then I have a Z palette in here with Makeup Geek contours in it. Honestly, I don't really reach for these. I think I'm going to declutter all of them. It's just not my favorite contour formula. I feel like the more that I've used contour products, the more I know what I really want from them. And this just isn't it. Sorry, Makeup Geeks. I'm gonna declutter all of these. And this was just, I think I was testing pressing loose shadow, so just ignore that. That is it for my highlight and contour. I got rid of more than I expected to, actually. I hope you guys liked this video. I'll see you next time.